Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. And we're here hanging out inside Visit Knoxville. You can come join us if you like. If you can't be here with us today, you can slide on over there to the WDVX Facebook page or our YouTube channel and watch it streaming live. So we have two guests for you here today on the show. Visiting with us from London, England, Dan Raza is back with us, and he'll be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, he is a longtime friend of Dan and is based right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Y'all give a great big welcome to David Easterling to the Blue Plate Special.
Polishes the floor at the courthouse, packs an extra sandwich so she can share, straightens all the hymnals in the church pews, and weaves braids in all the neighbor girls' hair. Here's to all you unsung heroes, singing this song for you. Thanks for keeping the lights on and a million unnoticed things you do. Driving the grocery truck nearly 40 years. He honks the horn for children all along the way. Plays a worn-out fiddle in a string band while others dance. Visits his honey in the nursing home each day. Here's to all you unsung heroes. I'm singing this song for you. Thanks for keeping the lights on and a million unnoticed things you do. Teacher rides the fire truck in July 4th parade and tosses candy to the kids, even in the back row. It never fails to cheer for little league losers. It just don't matter to her how the game goes. Here's to all you unsung heroes. I'm singing this song for you. Thanks for keeping the lights on and a million unnoticed things you do. So here's to you who reach out to help your neighbors. Here's to you who show up every day. Here's to you, all you unsung heroes. Hip, hip, hooray. You ain't unsung heroes today. Here's to all you unsung heroes. I'm singing this song for you. Thanks for keeping the lights on and a million unnoticed things you do. There's a million noticed things you do. Oh, thank you all so much. So my wife Lori and I, Lori's sitting right here, we just wrote that song about a week ago. So I don't know if you know anybody that is, do we have any vegetarians here today? Anybody? Vegetarians? Okay. What about vegans? That extra step. Any vegans here? Okay. Well, I've got a friend, and his girlfriend is vegan, and she thinks everybody ought to be vegan too. So I don't know if you've ever met a person like this, but if you're in a relationship with a vigilante vegan, just give up. Now, girl's a vigilante vegan. She says tofu tastes just like chicken. But I wonder how in the world she would know. Now, last year she joined Save the Whales. Year before it was fireflies, then it was snails. She finds a new cause every month or so. Says here, just try this quinoa dish. I say, no thanks, honey, I'm cooking fish. And be careful where you swing that fillet knife. Now I wonder how long this phase will last, like her feng shui movement that just passed. 'Cause I'm afraid this one is for life. So I sneak out to find a bacon burger and some chili on a large frankfurter. And when I get home, I'm full and moving kind of slow. Well, she smells my breath and then she shouts. She chews me up and then she spits me out. 'Cause she ain't no carnivore, you know. Now, some of you all may get that joke later. She spits me. Oh, all right. Well, she says now I gotta give up eating steak and eggs and cheese and bacon and anything that had a mama or a face. Now I could argue about some things on her list, but I get too hungry to resist. I guess the end justifies the beans. So let's say grace. By all means.
This is David Easterling with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. As I said a minute ago, David and Dan have been friends for a pretty long time, good period of time, and have written songs together. And it was David who brought Dan to us here at the Blue Plate Special the first time, I believe. And so whenever Dan gets to come over to the U.S. to do some shows, he usually tries to come by to see us It has been a couple of years, though, since Dan's been here with us. And even though he's up the second half of the show today, I will say for the people listening in on the radio that Dan is joining David on the stage for a couple of tunes here. So, David, what's been going on in David World?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm right now in the last week of a month-long tour from Nashville down to New Orleans, and then back up here to East Tennessee, and end up 3 more days this weekend in Nashville to end that tour.
Okay. Then you're still splitting your time between Knoxville and Nashville, pretty much?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in Nashville. I don't know, 4, 5, 8 days a month, co-writing with other Nashville artists and playing over there. And in fact, on this tour so far, have co-written 15 songs with songwriters all along the way.
Wow.
So that's been a lot of fun, as well as playing places too.
All right. So you got a show coming up in Townsend.
Townsend Abbey tomorrow night from 5 to 7 o'clock. Dan and I will be there playing a bunch of our songs and some brand new songs. I'm playing new songs today, right now too, that I wrote on this tour. And then we head over to Nashville. And in Nashville, I know on Sunday I'm playing at Working Man's Winery, and on Monday I'm doing Randy's Revival and co-writing with some folks this weekend too.
All right. Well, one of the things you can do is to check out the website there at davideasterling.com. And as I said, tomorrow they will be at the Townsend Abbey at 5 o'clock. I've got here July 27th, you're going to be doing song sessions, Writers Round there at the Peaceful Side Brewery. Is that current?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. In Maryville. Yeah.
Do you know where you're going to be?
Well, I can
on
barely
the
think past this weekend. I mean, it's been a long month, folks. A lot of travel.
DavideAesterling.com for more information, y'all. There's some merch available here in-house, and you can shake and howdy with him after the show and thank him for being here with us. This is David Easterling on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Down in the bayou off the Louisiana coast, deeper than anybody ever goes. Some folks call him Catfish Preacher. He's just a swamp Billy that's seen the Holy Ghost. Just a swamp Billy, always kneeling on that broken down dock, fishing all day, simple cane pole, 5-gallon bucket holds his catch. More than dinner, it's food for his soul. And he's singing in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. As the sun goes down by his rusty tin shack, he's rocking in an old tattered wicker chair. Catfish in the pan, frying up on the fire, holding Mama's Bible and hearing her prayer. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. spirit of the devil used to walk around here. Voodoo spell to cold. Till the cracks in his heart let the light in. The water washed the sorrow from his soul. Well, the word got round by this Catfish Preacher. If you found him, you could leave your troubles behind. He'd give you some fish and words of wisdom that could change your heart and mind. You might be singing, wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. If you know it, you sing. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, thank y'all. So that's a brand new song that one of my Nashville co-writers, C4, and Roger Dean and I, we wrote a couple of weeks ago for Roger Dean's new album. Here's another brand new song that I wrote with one of my songwriting buddies down in New Orleans. And his name's Dan Rivers, and we've written several songs together. You know, sometimes differences stand in our way, but, you know, they don't have to. We call this the United States of America, and maybe we ought to act like it. Some people talk real fast, and some mighty slow. What difference does that make? Some people only use their words, and some talk with their hands. What difference does that make? What difference does that make? Why does that stand in our way? What difference does that make? Some people want their steak rare, and some want it well done. What difference does that make? Some people won't eat ham, and some are strictly vegan. What difference does that make? What difference does that make? Why does that stand in our way? What difference does that make? Some people pray on Sunday, and some on their own time. What difference does that make? Some people call God by one name and some will use another. What difference does that make? What difference does that make? Why does that stand in our way? What difference does that make? Some people barely make ends meet and some need a little help. Oh, what difference does that make? Some people have lighter skin and some a little darker. What difference does that make? Little hope and a little love, peace, shelter, food and water. Little things can change the world. What difference does that make? What difference does that make? What does that stand in our way? What difference does that make? Even things that make a difference don't have to stand in our way. What difference will you make? Thank y'all. Thanks, Dan, for playing along. So, my dad is a Navy veteran. My dad fought in World War II. And my dad was always a hero to me. And one of my songwriting buddies, Brad Jensen in Nashville, and I wrote this song for my dad. He was born of mothers. He was born of mountain blood, the southern farmer's son. When everyone around is poor, you're not the only one. Learned his way around a gun when he was just a boy. Never treated Papa's 12 gauge like it was a toy. That day will live in infamy. Got him shipped off to war too young. I am the second son of an American hero who taught me how to hunt and fish and throw. And when it was time to stay and time to go, and how to forgive, and all I needed to know, my dad was always an American hero to me. Flew on a Navy plane off the Panama coast, searching for U-boats like hunting for a ghost. He made it home and safe, not everybody did. Used his GI Bill to go to school like he dreamed of as a kid. Spent the rest of his life fighting to help farmers stay afloat. And I am the second son of an American hero who taught me how to hunt, fish and throw. When it was time to go, and how to forgive what I needed to know, my was always an American hero to me. He never raised his hand in anger toward anyone. Handshake was all it took to know a deal was done. Even when I was a prodigal son, I know my dad was second to none. I am the second son of an American hero who taught me how to hunt, fish, and throw. And when it was time to stay and time to go, and how to forgive, and all I needed to know, my dad was always an American hero to me. He waited long enough till he knew Mom would be all right. Then he bowed his head and he gave up his fight. My dad was always an American hero to me. My dad's hat.
That's David Easterling on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. More information can be found at davideasterling.com. Tomorrow, they will be at the Townsend Abbey at 5 o'clock. You can find that more information there on the website as well. He has merch available here in the house. Feel free to shake and howdy with them afterwards and thank him for being here with us on the Blue Plate Special. Well, support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate on Fridays at noon. And tomorrow, we'll be down there tomorrow with Steph Cabell. It's Cabell. And Serena is going to be back with us. This is her first time being solo with us on the show. So, well, I don't mean solo. She'll probably be a duo, but you know what I mean. She's not with the band anymore, stepping out on her own. So you can feel free to join us tomorrow. We'll do this all over again, but at Barley's for the Big Plate. Support also comes from Visit Knoxville and SFG Senior Financial Group, your neighborhood Medicare partner. For more than 30 years, Senior Financial Group's been on a mission to make Medicare more affordable. Information and assistance available at sfgmedicare.com and 865-777-0153. So, like I said, it's been a minute. He didn't get to come see us last year. So it's nice to have him back with us. Y'all give a great big welcome visiting with us from London, England. This is Dan Raza on the Blue Plate Special.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you so much, Red. Yeah. Scruffy City. Scruffy boy in Scruffy City. That's the way I look at it. It's good to be here. Best be careful what you're doing and who you're doing it with. You're bound to get poisoned if you go down to that river of sin. If you go down to the garden, best be careful on the shore. Don't go stealing your love from another man's store. goes Adam in the garden, begging apples from the tree. The voice of God rose up inside him, but he pushed it down again. You know, a moment's pleasure could cause a lifetime of rain to pour. Don't go stealing your love from another man's store. See his hat left on the table, his picture in the frame. See his shadow fall upon you while she's whispering your name. Once you cross that line you're walking, you can't come back home anymore. So don't go stealing your love from another man's store. If you trace your daddy's footsteps, you will make your mama proud. If you go stealing from another, they're gonna chase you out of town, treat you worse than a horse thief on the wrong side of the law. So don't go stealing your love from another man's store. I won't go stealing my love. I won't go stealing my love. 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 Stealing my love from another man's, from another man's store. Ooh. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It's so good to be back here with David Easterling, one of my favorite songwriters, favorite human beings. And I arrived last night into Knoxville from Asheville, and yeah, it's just great to be back. Okay. Oh yes, okay. David's always giving me ladies' phone numbers on stage. Thanks, Dave. Oh. No, we were last night in the Jig and Reel, and it was a great night. We had open mics Wednesdays with our main man, Cullen, right? Yeah. Cullen. Yeah, we had a great time. So anyone who lives locally. Man, if I lived in Knoxville, I'd be here all the time, hanging out with Red and the gang. Oh my goodness, so many beautiful people in this room. Yeah, it's so good to be here. Anyway, I'll do one more song, and then yeah, anyway, I'll stop talking, basically. They say he cried out for his mother as he lay there on the floor. And they pressed their way down on him till he couldn't breathe no more. Someone say hallelujah, somebody say amen. 'Cause what goes down in the ground gonna rise back up again. Christopher Columbus, well, he might have just turned back and told Queen Isabella that the earth was really flat. If he'd seen into the future and then drew the tears ahead. 'Cause what goes down in the ground gonna rise back up again. You might have read it in the paper, you might have seen it in the news. That man from Minnesota, well, he died there in full view. From the old world to the new world, from Bristol to Baltimore. Statues now awaken and they will not sleep no more. Someone say hallelujah, somebody say amen. 'Cause what goes down in the ground gonna rise back up again. You might have seen it in the paper, you might have read it in the news. That man from Minnesota, well, he died there in full view. Far away from big plantations, far away from fields of cotton. Underneath the concrete, soil is bloody red. And the sins of all our fathers, they've not been forgotten. 'Cause what goes down in the ground gonna rise back up again. Said what goes down in the ground, said what goes down in the ground, said what goes down in the ground. It's gonna rise up again. Thank you, thank you.
This is Dan Raza with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So I've mentioned a couple of times, it's been a minute. It's good to have you back, Dan.
So
I
good
know
to be
a lot
here.
of people are happy to see you here today. I don't think that I had ever really read your bio before.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I sat down and you have both Indian and British ancestry there.
Yes, I do.
So was there music there in your family? Was your family, were you an anomaly or
I was an anomaly. I was an anomaly. Yes, my family loved music, but yeah, we didn't have no one played instruments in our family. No one really sang. So yeah, it was just me on my own doing that really.
So when did you get your first guitar?
That's a great question. I was 12 years old, my 12th birthday. I asked for one for my birthday, and I got one. And I couldn't play it for like about 10 years. So it just shows you. I got there eventually, but yeah, I was
Just because you get that guitar, people give you a guitar, but
Right.
nobody shows you how to tune. That's the thing. It doesn't matter if you figure out the chords or not. If you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't know how to tune, none of it's going to work. you
Right.
know?
It looked good when I was in the mirror and I was kind of like moving around. Then I started to play and then everyone disappeared. It was just, they were covering their ears. But yeah.
So, then how old were you when you wrote your first song?
Oh, Red, you're bringing out the questions for me.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's going back now. But I would say, I don't know. The first song I probably thought was okay would have been around 16 or 17, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe around 17, yeah.
You have a guesstimate of how many songs you've written?
No, I don't. David's really good at this thing. David's really good at itemizing a lot of his stuff. I don't. Like, the kind of a lot of, yeah. Anyway, I don't. Is the short answer to that.
So, David also does a lot of co-writing. Do you like that?
It depends who I'm doing it with. I love doing it with David. It's kind of like going on a date, right? It depends. It depends. It can be fun.
Okay.
Especially if there's free dinner thrown in. I'm always game. Ice cream, get me. I'll write anyone who wants to co-write with me. Ice cream, I'm your man. Okay? Maybe a beer as well, and then we can write more than one song.
So, what have you been working on lately?
I just, funnily enough, I've got a new album coming out, and it just was. I had the first copies. Was sent to my lovely booking agent in Germany today. So she sent me a picture of a lady called Goody B, who might be listening. So love to her if she is. Yeah. So we've got a new album coming out.
All right.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we'll be looking for that. So tell us about it. What's it called?
It's called Wayfarer. And I took the name from that beautiful old traditional song, Wayfaring Stranger. I thought I was doing so much traveling in these last few years. Wayfarer sounded kind of like somewhat appropriate.
You have been here. You've been here in the States for a minute, right?
I've been so lucky to come over to Knoxville, several times. But yeah, I've been in the US on this particular year. I've been here since June. I was in Colorado before coming
Did a
out
Colorado
here.
tour out there,
It was wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Y'all can find out more there by checking out the website, danraza.com, RAZA. And again, like I mentioned earlier, when David was up there, they will be performing at the Townsend Abbey tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. Again, more information on that on both of the websites. Feel free to shake and howdy with them and thank them for being here with us today. I'm going to back on out of the way, y'all. This is Dan Raza on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Come on in from the cold now, back to where you belong. Don't turn it away, turn it away. Come on in from the cold now, back to where you know. It's a time for forgiveness. There's new seeds to sow. There's new seeds to sow. When the sky hangs heavy with danger, fear of the unknown, gotta turn your color up, darling. Don't let it chill your bones. Let it chill your soul. Behold the night, behold the stars, behold the night. Behold the night, behold the stars, behold the night. Something stopped me for so long, darling. Filled me up with doubt. Filled me up with doubt. Behold the night. Behold the stars. Behold the night. Behold the night. Behold the stars. Behold the night. On a night like tonight. Behold the night. On a night like tonight. On a night like tonight. On a night like tonight. All right. Said it's all right. Yes, it's all right. Said it's all right tonight. Said it's all right. Yes, it's all right. Said it's all right tonight, tonight, tonight. Come on in from the cold now. Come on in from the cold now. From the cold now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, well, I'll do a couple more songs if we've got time for that, guys. So yeah, it's beautiful to be here. Beautiful to be here. So many people I've kind of made friends and family with, it feels like, over these years. Got to say a special big love to Tina and Steve in the audience here. We love them to bits. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's just very special to come back. Sarah, Gay, John, it's beautiful, beautiful to see you guys here. Thank you for coming down. Okay, I'm going to do this song. It's called Go Home, Handsome Molly. And I wrote this, I heard this beautiful traditional song in North Carolina. I think the last time I was over in the southeast of the USA. A song called Go Home, Handsome Molly. And the story of it moved me so much that I wrote this as a kind of follow-up song, a kind of answer song to it. So I hope you're going to like it. I swear the last time I was here, when I bent down, I didn't used to make old man noises. Now I feel like... Go home, handsome Molly. I grew up in this port town, one among the bells of Baltimore. And I remember how their eyes burned holes through me spun across the red clay floor. Sliding off my shoes on the staircase, kerosene light burning through the door. My mother and my father waiting for me. They warned me about your kind before. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Winter is coming, gonna blow right through your bones. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. But you were dressed in blue and different from the others. All of the young men, soldiers that I'd known, and you had tales from the water and all the things that you saw, and your pockets, they all rattled with gold. And you took me to that tavern on the dockside, where you toasted me with brandy and wine. Said you were sailing in the morning, and with a flash of your brown eyes, you asked me if I'd stay the night. But go home, handsome Molly, go home. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Winter is coming, gonna blow right through your bones. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. And your letters, they stopped coming across the water, and I knew that I would raise our child alone. Now I search these London back streets looking for you, from Soho up to Marylebone. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Winter is coming, gonna blow right through your bones. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Go home, handsome Molly, go home. Go home, handsome Molly. Go home. Go home.
This is Dan Raza with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one last tune from Dan here today. How about one more round of applause for David Easterling, the first half of the show here today. Y'all can feel free to shake in howdy with our performers after the show, and certainly make them feel welcome. David's got some merch over there if you'd like to stop by the merch table. And again, they'll be performing at the Townsend Abbey tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock. More information can be found on both websites, davideasterling.com, danraza.com. We invite everybody to join us again tomorrow. It's the Big Plate live from Barley's. Steph Cabell will be with us along with Serena. You can find more information about that by visiting our website there at WDVX.com. We are a listener-supported radio station here at WDVX. There's always a little donation box in the back of the room. Little love in the bucket keeps the good music going here on the Blue Plate Special. Dan, thanks so much for being here with us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
How much longer are you going to be in the States?
I'm here till August.
August, all right. So you're going to get to see a lot while you're here. Good
I'm
deal.
having a blast, yeah.
So have a great trip.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by to see us. Will you leave us with the last tune here today?
I will, yeah. Here it goes. It's a song called Water Reflects What It's Shown. I want to say a big thanks to Just on Sound as well for making the sound so pretty for us guys, yeah. And thank you all for coming out. It's been so nice to be back in Knoxville again, yeah. When you stand up and meet your maker, naked as the day you were born, you can shout, you can scream, say you're all free from sin. The water reflects what it shows. Water reflects what it shows. Water reflects what it shows. You might fly like an angel, sink like a stone. The water reflects what it shows. Might have fed a lot of snakes on your way here, climbing up that slippery pole. They might call you king, but it don't mean a thing, 'cause water reflects what it shows. Water reflects what it shows. Water reflects what it shows. You might fly like an angel, sink like a stone. The water reflects what it shows. Down the door into heaven, demand Jesus come give you a home. But your dogs at war don't bark so loud anymore. 'Cause water reflects what it shows. good to be here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. Thank you.
That's Dan Raza, y'all. Thank you. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.